Wow. It's the top of the hour here at the Bodhi Tree, Hawaii. Welcome to anybody who's online with us. I'm not quite sure where Amy is. I hope she'll show up, but welcome. Uh, we'll be starting in a minute, but hey, everybody. Let me switch to a different camera for these guys. There we go. Now I can look out at you and be seen in that camera instead of that camera. It's always kind of fun. So I guess I don't have to do too many announcements, but the bathroom up here is broken. When you go down the stairs, it's immediately to the left and the left. You do like a hook. You go down the stairs, turn left and turn left. It's like the open door that should be right there. It doesn't look like, kind of doesn't look like a bathroom. You'll see washing machines. That's the bathroom. So you'll be okay in there. You know about the box for Donna. And there's Amy. Let me bring her in. And switch to...
I see that we're jam-packed today. It's full room. And you guys, I'm sorry it's so crowded. It's uncomfortable, I'm sure.
Yeah. Anyway, Amy's joined us. I do hear car doors outside, so it's entirely possible someone else will be coming. I think occasionally people get mixed up too, because the Monday night sitting is at 6:30. And I know people have come on sometimes and like, oh, I didn't know they started. But who knows? Anyway, I'm turning it over to you, Amy. It's whatever it is.
All right. Let's move a little bit. You see, I still have some Christmas decorations I need to put away. Also online Sangha, YouTube Sangha Aloha, if there's anybody who tunes in for us. And let me put my headphones in. We are going to stand though, if you'd like to stand, otherwise you can figure out how to do seated. You can sit. Let me hide myself. Actually, and that's the narrow one. No, Benjamin. You guys still hear me up? Give me a hand signal. And then. All right. Let's start out with a little movement. We'll shake around a little bit. Let your body kind of move however it feels like it wants to move. Shaking off the day. Now we'll start to dust off the day too. Dust off. Resting on our heads, our shoulders, our arms, our belly, our chest. Back everywhere. No way. Long sweeps of dusting. Short sweeps dusting. And let's shake around a little bit. We'll do that. Shaking around. All right, and then we'll dust again too when you're in. Dust off my face and forehead and neck. if you weren't 1 feet. No, reach the arms out. Breath some air up. Breathe into the ground. Let yourself be big. And then back down. Once again, reaching the arms up to the sky. And then down. Do one more. Any pace you want to go. We're going to go into star pose, which is essentially just having your legs parted a bit and have your toes out. And then we're going to go ahead and reach our arms up again. This time like in a V, and we're going to stretch out. And if you want to, you can go a little bit on your toes if you want. Otherwise, just leave yourself letting your chest open. And then relaxing down. And letting yourself kind of like bend your knees a bit and shift back and forth. Bending your knees, swaying side to side. We'll go ahead and shift our shoulders forward so that we're kind of like curving our back and putting our head, having our head go downward. Kind of like we're doing the cat-cow position for yoga, but we're standing up. And then we'll go ahead and release it back, shoulders back. And again, we're curving the shoulders over. Letting the spine kind of curve, the head look down. And again, shoulders back, heart out. We'll go ahead and do star pose one more time. So letting the feet get divided a little bit and then toes out if you feel comfortable. And we'll go ahead and reach up. And if you feel like going on your toes, go for it. If not, just take care of your body. Letting yourself get big. It's okay if you stumble like I am right now because the carpet's weird. And then down. And if your body's okay with it, letting yourself kind of bend your knees and letting your hands bend your knees. We'll go ahead and do circles with our knees. Letting the body circle, the knees circle around in one direction, and when you want to switch it, the other direction. And if you want, you can turn this into a forward fold. You can reach out and then down. However far the body feels comfortable. And then if you did do a forward fold, slowly moving your body, expanding to the forward, letting your head go last. And find yourself standing, feeling your feet on the ground. In this moment, here and now. Noticing how maybe your body felt when it first entered and how it feels now. And go ahead and gently allow to rock a bit on your toes, the back of your feet to your toes. Feeling that motion, probably with the eyes open because I don't want you to be falling over. And his third turn to the charm, and because the topic today is equanimity, let's go ahead and take up space one more time. So choosing any position that feels like taking up space. For me, taking up space is star pose. on my toes. Maybe taking a face look different for you. Rather than really coming back and just standing on the other side. Just do a hand on the belly and hand on the heart. Right in this moment, right now, with this body, this sangha. Mindfully, just a little slower than you normally would, make our way to seated position. And I'm going to change position so. Letting yourself land. Landing, grounding. Gravity doing its crazy thing, holding us to this planet. Noticing gravity on the body for a moment. Acknowledging however your mind is right now. Maybe it doesn't feel too grounded. However it is. Maybe radical acceptance. And if there can't be acceptance, maybe there can be acceptance of that. Maybe bringing to mind one thing about this practice that you're grateful for. About your long history of practice. One thing you're grateful for. And letting that go. But that the invitation is to focus on the movement of the belly. How the belly moves away. And the key word was invitation. If your practice is calling to another technique, another way to be present, trust. These are all gateways to this moment with some love and care. If you forget, it's okay. Mindfulness is to remember. Come back. Here and now. And back to balance. The trusting the moment, the trusting the unfolding of this moment. If concentration feels strong, this is how it is right now. If staying with the breath is tricky, this is how it is right now. Nothing to chase. And this moment be enough. And this mind be enough. This heart, this history, genetic makeup. Can we allow for belonging in this moment? Can we allow ourselves to belong in this moment, just as we are? Enough.
Amy, we've lost your audio. Amy, your audio went out. Amy, your audio went out. We cannot hear you. I don't know. I don't know what you mean the speaker's off. No, the TV. I don't know what happened to her audio. It wasn't on this end, but silence is good in meditation. So, welcome back. We'll now have about a 7-minute break. And then I'll give a little Dhamma talk and we'll have another sitting. That was Amy's half, which we got most of. So that was nice. I'll call us back with a bell. We would encourage you to remain in silence if you can. But feel free to go out on the lanai. It's a beautiful view. The restroom upstairs is broken, so please do not use that one. Go downstairs. It's at the bottom of the stairs to the left and to the left. It's up just through a hook. It's right there. There should be some cups for water on the water fountain, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
Um, Text them now. And we'll test it later. Just points of meetings. Question.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're online, we may have had a few technical issues again, but that's par for the course around here. So nothing particularly weird with that. Anyway, I'm back and you're back. And this is how it is, as Amy said. Let me see if I can bring her back up.
I can't hear you. As soon as you switched it over, I could hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me see. Could be on my end. Awesome. Yeah. We're good.
Wait, no. Okay, there you go.
Secret teachings.
Yeah, I don't know
but
what
they're on
happened.
YouTube.
Your audio
Okay.
went out, your video didn't. So who knows? Well, we'll figure it out one of these days. Anyway, we're going to start the teaching here. So nice to have you back with us. All right. It's one of those things. This is how it is. And that's tonight's topic, actually. Um, we've been doing a series on the 10 paramis or perfections. And they're not really something we need to perfect in the sense of we're never going to really get there. But this one is upekkha or equanimity. I actually prefer just saying upekkha because it's a little easier than going through equanimity, which sounds, I don't know, corporate somehow to me. But I really love the word equanimous. I just love the sound of the word equanimous. I always feel like it's like an Australian marsupial or something. Yeah, I ranch equanimi. It'd be the plural of them. Uh, all right. Let's just take a nice deep breath and settle in after all of that fun with tech. So when we go through these, it always seems like they're sort of superhuman. You know, we talk about, oh, these are the 10 perfections this guy behind me had, the Buddha had, and they sound totally unachievable. But truthfully, all of them are pretty much totally ordinary. And that's one of the things I love about it. If we actually examine our day, a lot of our day is spent just being okay with the way it is at the moment. Other parts of our day, not so much. But on the whole, this state of equanimity, this state of upekkha is ordinary. It's not some, I mean, yes, you can get into jhana states where equanimity, I think it's the fourth jhana, deep concentration and all of that. But in truth, it's a totally ordinary state that we can find if we can simply be, this is how it is. As Amy said, if just in this moment, this is how it is. And I love to talk about generosity, and it's generous of you all to be here tonight. I bring this up a lot. It was the first teaching of the Buddha to his students was generosity. But this is generosity to ourself in upekkha for just letting life be as it is in this moment. We don't need to change it. We don't need to hold on to it. And this doesn't mean indifference to it. This is not, oh my gosh, the world's terrible and I'm just okay. Or, oh, everything's wonderful, but it doesn't enthuse me. That isn't really what it is. It's just being okay in whatever is happening. I can bear this if it's bad. I can be with just this moment. I don't have to hold on to what's going on. I don't have to push it away. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't work for change. It's not accepting the world as it is to not change it. It's accepting that the world is as it is in this moment and allowing ourselves to do better because we're making rational decisions instead of being all worked up because I can't be with this, right? It's like, wait a minute, I can actually be with this. What can I do to make it better? Or if there's something joyful going on, I don't know about you, but I often think, oh my gosh, this is going to end, right? I'm having this great day, but I'm going to have to go to work tomorrow, right? That's the same thing as going, oh my gosh, this thing is terrible. It's how can I just be in this moment? Give ourselves that that gift of generosity. I always sort of like to tie this one back to one of the Buddha's teachings. Um, Terrible at Pali words, but I'll give it a try anyway. It's from the Loka Vipatti Sutta, or the Eight Worldly Winds, because this is usually what's going on in my head, right? Pulling me in this direction and that direction. Sort of the weather patterns in our head that I don't know about you, but I want a little relief from them. It's not something that works for me all the time. Yeah. So this is what it says: gain and loss, fame and disgrace, blame and praise, pleasure and pain. These are qualities among mankind. These qualities among mankind are impermanent, transient, perishable. An intelligent and mindful person knows these things, seeing that they're perishable. Desirable things don't disturb the mind, nor are they repelled by the undesirable. Both favoring and opposing are cleared and disappeared. They are no more. Knowing the stainless, sorrowless state, they who have gone beyond rebirth understand rightly. And for me, that sounds really lofty and, oh gosh, I wish I could do that, right? But what it really means is if I can just be present in this moment, I don't have to worry about fame and gain. I don't have to worry about all of these winds that are blowing through my head all the time. And again, that doesn't mean, oh, I'm just going to give up and not try to make the world a better place. And it doesn't mean, oh, I need to not be happy and joyous in this moment. What it means is just being present in that moment and not holding on to it, not pushing it away, not grabbing it. And this is where, for me, this ordinariness of it is a doorway, because the winds don't blow just in dramatic moments, right? They blow when the email comes in. I'm in a really busy period in work right now. And if I let that get to me, I would be nuts all day. When the body does something creaky and uncooperative, my body, I turned 68 over the weekend. My body does creaky and uncomfortable things rather regularly. And one of our Sangha members, unfortunately, is in the hospital tonight because he has a creaky body. Um, and we might send a little metta to him later in our practice. And when someone praises me, oh, I get all like, oh, I'm wonderful. And when someone, actually, not even that, I usually go, no, I'm not. When one person out of 100 says, yeah, I didn't care for that, that's the one I focus on, right? Not the other 99. I'm good with the 99. Oh, yeah, Bob's great. Right? The other guy who said, yeah, I don't really care. Like, he's the one I'll remember. None of that has to happen if I can simply go, this is how it is. This is the way it is. I love that. And we use it, I use it a lot here. I don't know about Amy, but the Ryokan haiku, which is the thief left it behind, the moon in the window. Because that is just allowing things to be as they are. That is just recognizing that the Dhamma represented by the moon is still present, that this is the moment. The thief could take everything, and I can still be in this moment because I still have this. I still have the moon. You know, Mary Oliver is sort of the patron saint of meditators, at least the poet laureate of meditators. And she has a poem that just really strikes me. And just really describes what my mind is like. Um, it's I Worried, and it's from her collection, Words of Wonder. I worried a lot. Will the garden grow? Will the rivers flow in the right direction? Will the earth turn as it was taught? And if not, how shall I correct it? Was I right? Was I wrong? Will I be forgiven? Can I do better? Will I ever be able to sing? Even the sparrows can do it, and I am, well, hopeless. Is my eyesight fading, or am I just imagining it? Am I going to get rheumatism, lockjaw, dementia? Finally, I saw that worrying had come to nothing, and I gave it up. I took my old body and went out into the morning and sang. I like the singing. I like being present just in this moment. Those are the moments where the world sings in a way. Yeah, there's pain. Yes, there's joy. Yes, I can be present for both and I can accept it. And I don't have to have these winds blowing through my head all of the time if I can simply practice to do that. For me, that's what Upeka is. It's not some grand state. I know many people use the Thich Nhat Hanh story of the Vietnamese people that left on boats and were in storms. And if one person could be equanimous, if they could have equanimity, have Upeka, they would be saved. I'm not saving anybody but me, and it's only in this moment. Now, I agree with that story. If there is one person who can keep their head, yeah, things will be a lot better. But for me, it's like this morning I spilled coffee and I'm like, okay, this is how it is. And they didn't have to get upset about it. That's Upeka to me in the ordinariness of life. The other one that comes to me is I love long distance bicycling. I like to bike like across the state or down the Oregon coast. And usually you'll have a motel reservation like 70 miles from you. And so you're going to bike all day to get to this place and you're going to do it again tomorrow, right? Another part of the coast. And usually in the morning, it's beautiful. You get out there. About halfway through the ride, you're thinking, why the hell did I do this? And you're too far to turn back. You're not there yet. So what do? Right? That's when the practice of this is how it is really helpful because all you do is put one foot in front of the other and keep pedaling and just go, okay, this is the way it is. My karma, my decisions have led to this moment. And sometimes there's options. You can thumb a ride, I suppose, or something. That would be another option. But here I am. And if I can allow myself to do that, the ride becomes beautiful and I can finish the ride. So the Mary Oliver poem and the biking, we don't need the winds to stop. They're going to keep blowing. They're going to keep blowing, just like hopefully that siren is just somebody wanting to get through the intersection quick and nobody hurt. It's going to be what it's going to be, though. And that's the acceptance level I try for. And the thing is, you already know how to do this because I'm going to bet without really paying attention, you do it thousands of times a day. Really, what we're doing when we think of practicing this is we're simply recognizing that this is how it is in this moment. Let's sit and simply let things be as they are. settle into a comfortable posture. That'll work. We'll start by taking a nice deep breath in, just allowing our lungs to be full of fresh air, and exhaling slowly. Go ahead and wiggle. Get yourself settled in. I'll be using the breath as an object, but if that isn't comfortable for you, just go ahead and choose your connection with the earth, however you may be connected, my feet, my bottom, whatever works. Just allowing ourselves to rest gently. For me, I like the image of my consciousness settling into my heart space. Just as I allow my body to settle into the cushion, just coming to rest. Just allowing ourselves to be in the very ordinariness of this moment. As Amy said, there's nothing to chase. We might allow ourselves to become acquainted with our breath or other anchor. Just feeling the gentle rising and falling of this one breath, this one moment. As we sit, we may notice the winds blowing. Thoughts arise, sensations, sounds. We might be like the sky, though, and all of these sensations, just the weather, just the winds blowing. If we are pulled away, just return to our anchor. Smile. This is how it is. In keeping with our theme of upekkha, we might now begin to offer phrases, just as we do with metta, silent, just whispers, invitations, not commands. May I be present in this moment with balance. May I allow things to be just as they are. This is how it is, and I care. May I meet this moment with balance. I allow things to be as they are. May I care without clinging. This is how it is. After offering this generous gift of upekkha to ourselves, we might bring to mind someone else, perhaps a neutral person, someone we recognize and know and have seen in different moods, and silently acknowledge that just like me, they experience the winds of life. May they meet these moments with balance. In our hearts, I think we all know that the world would be much more comfortable if all beings who suffer the winds, meet their moments with balance. This is how it is. May I simply be present. The teachers I've had have taught me that the Brahma Viharas, metta, karuna, mudita, and upekkha work together. If it's comfortable for you, we'll offer metta for all beings, including members of this Sangha present, and especially those tonight who are not present. May all beings be held in kindness. May all beings know ease. May all beings live their life with a steady heart. Shortly, I'll invite the bell to ring. simply allow it into our meditation. And we might have an intention for this evening, for our life. May I be steady. May I be kind. May I meet life as it is. Thank you for practicing with me. In a moment, I'll switch microphones and I'll turn off the stream and we'll open it up if anybody has questions or whatever. The microphone will be that one. It'll take me a second to get it set up and hopefully it'll work.
Yep. Do you hear me?
Okay, Amy, can you still hear me?
You hear me?
We can hear you. Microphone's on. At the end of the stream. Nobody's on camera, by the way. Goodness.